Right, so good evening, guys. So, welcome to our subject, social issue and professional practice. So, before we start, I am asking for an apology dahil hindi ko masyadong, or I'm not actually into this kind of, this is not my forte, pero still, I was assigned to deliver this to you. So, I'll do my best. So, hopefully, you would be, ano to, parang, uh, pagpasensyahan niyo na, 'yan. Pagpasensyahan niyo na po ako at pagpasensyahan niyo na po yung pagmumukha ko. Dahil, for the rest of the sem ako po yung makikita ninyo nandito sa side ng ating, ah, ano 'to, ng yung camera na nakikipag-usap sa inyo or nagdi-discuss sa inyo nitong mga subject natin. So, we are into social issue and professional practice, or hey, under the ACT, okay? ACT course. So this is about IT and computing. Okay. So basically, we are talking about the technology we have now. Okay. So what we have now, okay, the social context we have now is different from what it was before. Okay. Even 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or 30 years ago, hindi siya ganun kapareho kamukha ng ngayon. We are already in a socially and technologically advanced era. Okay? Yan yung mga ano na natin, yung development in the technology na meron tayo ngayon. So, hopefully with this subject, we will be able to use yung mga technology na meron tayo ngayon in a professional way. Okay? Kasi as we all know, nagagamit minsan ang mga technology natin in a bad manner. So hindi siya na ma-maximize totally. So hopefully with this with yung mga pag-aaralan natin dito, you would be thinking as a professional in order for you to be successful in your uh, chosen career path. Okay? So we have a very short history of the information technology. It was during the Second World War and its aftermath that the major technological breakthroughs in electronics took place. The first programmable computer and the transistor. Okay? So what is this transistor? So based on the definition of the transistor, a transistor is a semiconductor device used to amplify or switch electronic signals and electrical power. Transistors are one of the basic building blocks of modern electronics. So, dito nag-umpisa ang mga modern electronics ngayon. Okay? So, in layman's term, in a term ng mga tao na hindi nakakaintindi or hindi masyado into computers, okay, a transistor is a device that regulates current or voltage flow and acts as a switch or gate for electronic signal. So dito nagkakaroon ng or napapasa yung mga electronic signals, okay? Which is in the World War, okay, nung panahon ng mga World War or panahon ng World War before, ay ang mga message nila through other people or other um, ano to, mga battalions or mga kasama nila or mga union or allies ng mga countries, ang nangyayari is nahihirapan sila when it comes to communication. Bakit? Kasi it takes time bago nila ma-receive yung mga messages. Okay, so with this, they made a breakthrough in technology. Okay, so they have the first programmable computer and the transistor. Okay, so yet it wasn't not until the 1970s that new information technologies became widely diffused, accelerating their synergistic development and converging into a new paradigm. So until the 1970s, nag-develop na yan na nag-develop hanggang sa nagagamit na nila at that time. So these occurred on several stages of innovation in the three main technological fields, the microelectronics, computer, and telecommunication. So nagamit na nila through uh, with the transistors are already used through yung telecommunications, okay? So, kung mapapansin nyo or kung nanonood kayo ng mga sinaunang mga pelikula, okay, so yung ginagamit nilang ano to, pag-send ng mga message would be yung tinatawag nilang Morse code. So, yung Morse code na yan, so what is a Morse code? Morse code is an alphabet or code in which letters are represented by a combination of long and short signals of light and sound. So, this one, it transmits a signal. So, these are alphabetical or alphabet code or code of the alphabet na napapasa through um, signals of lights and sound. So, through those signals, pag pinindot nila yon, eh, may mga, ang mga letters natin, may mga kaakibat silang mga signal. So, pag narinig ng receiver yon, okay, ita-translate niya ngayon. So, if you are the receiver of the Morse code, ita-translate niya ngayon para ma-receive yung message kung paano or kung ano ang gustong sabihin nung nasa kabilang line. Okay? So, ganun po yan. Ganun siya nagamit in the telecommunication. So, this is the first computer. Imagine nyo kung gaano kalaki ang mga computers before. Okay? It's a way too big for uh, one single room. So, hindi siya parang kamukha ng mga computers na natin ngayon. Okay? So, through development, na, na, ano, na, na, ano to, napaliit na ng napaliit. So the transistor made the fast processing and electric impulses in a binary mode possible. This enabled the coding of logic and communication between machines. So semiconductor processing devices, integrated circuits or chips are now made of millions of transistors. So yung mga chips natin have na ginagamit ngayon are made of millions of transistors. Okay, so a comparative giant leap forward occurred on 1971 when Intel introduced the 4-bit 4004 microprocessor, that is the computer on a chip, and information processing power could thus be installed everywhere. So lumabas na si Intel, nag-introduce siya ng isang microprocessor that would do everything, okay? Dun sa mga computers natin. Okay? And then, in the last 2 decades of the 20th century and the first decade of 21st century, increasing chip power resulted in a dramatic enhancement of microcomputing power. So, diyan na nagkaroon ng major advancement, okay, when it comes to the technology that we have now. Okay? Into the 2010s, storage capacity was so cheap and computing power increased enough that the time of big data comments where massive amounts of data are analyzed algorithmically to find patterns. So imagine mo yung mga data before, okay, in any business na meron, or even in the army or the navy, okay, or ano to, yung mga military, may military bases, if they have uh, mga mga datas, tinatago nila yan, kino-compile nila yan. Okay? Kung mapapansin nyo, puro sila mga folders, puro sila mga bond papers na nasa folder. So, nandun nakalagay lahat ng mga data. So, in order for them, kasi ang setback nun, if in case, pag nagkaroon ng sunog, masusunog lahat yon because of those are made of paper. So, in order for them to protect their data, okay, nagkaroon na ng mga storage, ano to, mga storage capacity ang mga computers in order for them to um, get yung or store yung mga datas nila. Okay, so yun. And then of course because of dahil nauuso pa lang yun, so medyo maliit pa lang ang mga storage nila. So nangangailangan ng iba-ibang mga ano yan, iba-ibang mga storage capacity ng isang computer. Okay? Alright. So, This networking capability or networks towards social media, which is what we have now, which is very much popular nowadays. So this networking capability only became possible because of major developments both in telecommunication and computer networking technologies during the 1970s. So uh, doon sa uh, ano 'to, yung mga networking natin. So nagkaroon na ng nag-start na nung 1970 nag-start na yung networking, okay, sa computer tech networking 'no, hindi yung mga ano, hindi yung mga networking of products, okay, utang na loob, charot. Okay, so 'yan, nag-develop na. So dun na nag-start yung mga communication through uh, the networks na meron tayo. And then, telecommunications have been revolutionized further by the combination of node technologies or electric switches and routers and new linkage, okay, transmission technology. So what is a node? Okay? A node is a point at which lines or pathways intersect or branch, a central or connecting point. Okay, so these are now the ones they use in the telecommunication. Kaya nga nauso na yung before nauso ang mga or nauso muna ang mga line telephones. Okay, kaya nga meron kung mapapansin nyo yung mga sinaunang telepono are the ones na yung merong kang mic na ganyan or meron siyang mouthpiece and then meron siyang earpiece na connected with the wire na nilalagay dito sa tenga. So kung makikita nyo, yun yung mga sinaunang telephone. So they are lined. Now, through the development of those technology, okay, so nagkaroon na ng iba't ibang mga klasing telephones. So dumating na yung medyo mas advanced yung ano 'to, yung iniikot na, yung may number na iniikot. So, parang ang tagal-tagal niya. So, pag merong, ano nun, merong mga sunog, tatawag ka ng bumbero. Okay, nakuha ng nasunugan yung, natupok yung bahay bago mo matawag yung ah, bumbero. Hindi, charot lang. Okay. So, ganun siya katagal nun. And then, nausod din yung, dumating din sa punto na nauso yung pinipindot na yung mga numbers. Okay. At meron na silang mga letters. Okay, so dun parang nag-start yung sa mga telephone communication. Ay na nagamit yung mga letters na yon na ngayon hanggang sa ngayon ginagamit na natin ngayon. Okay, and then nauso din yung tinatawag nilang beeper, okay, which is already a wireless na. So wireless technology na. So after the beeper lumabas na yung mga naglalaki ang mga cellphone, mga ninunong cellphone, yun yung merong mga antena, okay? Uh, and then also, hanggang sa nawalan na ng antena, hanggang nagkaroon na ng LCD. So, you know, pagkakasunod-sunod nung changes or development just do sa technology na yun. Okay, so the optoelectronics-based transmission capacity together with the advanced switching and routing architecture such as ito yung nagagamit na ngayon na transmission control protocol sa networking and interconnection protocol or the TCP and IP, okay, are the foundation of the internet. So this becomes now the our what we enjoy nowadays yung internet. Okay, so while the uh, process of connecting devices and the web is one of the success stories. The other is data management. So, pinasukan nila, of course, dahil gumagamit na tayo ng mga computers, eh, syempre, hindi rin naman, or iniiwasan din naman nila na hindi rin makapag-store ng mga data. So, with the newest computers, that time, nakakapag-store na sila ng mga data. So, ito na yung tinatawag nating data management. Okay, so in the early 1990s, saw the rise of the data mining, put all the data in a so-called data warehouse, a time-aware database that is a slightly different structure than a relational database, and test hypotheses on the data using association rules and statistics. Ayan. So, dyan na, ano to, ini-store nila yung mga data. Okay, time of transition in communication and network usage. Okay, it has citizen journalism. So what we have now, what the technology we have now with the internet and the network and the telecommunication. So nagiging open na tayo with using the social media platform. Okay, so even us na mga tao, pwede na tayo maging mag-report, okay, or maging journalist. Yan, so nare-report na natin yung mga nangyayari sa kapaligiran natin, 'di ba? Kaya nga marami tayong pinapanood ngayon eh, lalo na sa sa YouTube. Okay, so mas dumami na yung mga pinapanood natin because of this uh, technology that we have now. And then also information or disinformation. So pwede rin siyang maging information or disinformation, just like having a fake news or a black propaganda on a certain person, which is nakakasira. So this is one thing na you have to think first. Kaya nga nauso yung sinabing think before you click. So before you use the social media platform, make sure you are providing a very vital information or disinformation. Kaya nga, you have to make sure na hindi lahat, wag natin lahat ilabas sa social media. Ay, baka mamaya pati pagtae mo nilalabas mo sa social media. Ay, ito po ako tumatae. Charot. Okay. So, yan. Lahat na lang makikita mo sa mga social media platform. Lahat ng ginagawa, binobroadcast na nila. So, even your private life, okay, nakikita na rin sa social media. So, dapat we are very much responsible when dealing with that. So, classes have such groups themselves or group themselves for student communication, and people are used to such instant communication. So, with this technology that we have now, ito yung ginagawa natin ngayon because of the pandemic, nagkakaroon na tayo ng mga online classes. Okay, dahil hindi tayo pwede ng face-to-face ngayon. So, hopefully, in the near future, magkaroon na ng face-to-face. Okay, para hindi tayo pare-parehong nahihirapan. Pero actually, ako nag enjoy na ako dito sa online class na to kasi uh, at the at the comfort of my home, nandito ako, nag-set up ako ng ano dito, computer. Okay, na pang online class ko. Okay, so dito nagagawa ko lahat. So pwede akong ano to, maglinis ng bahay habang nagka-class, nagsasaing habang nagka-class. So kayang-kaya mong gawin. You can do all things at the same time kasi hindi naman lahat ng oras nakatutok tayo or ano tayo, online tayo. So we are only given few hours para mag-online class, and then the rest are activities and just like this yung mga discussions natin. So kaya ang ginagawa ko ah recorded discussion tayo para at least pwede nyo balik-balikan. So hindi nyo na ako tatanungin at hindi nyo na ako hindi na masyado yung kumbaga parang pag meron kayo nakalimutan, pwede nyo balikan yung mga video. Okay? So yan. And then also, transformation of communication. So conscious communication is the distinctive feature of humans, and the fast-paced changes in communication technologies has intensified in the recent years. So since 10 years ago or 20 years ago, ang dami ng development with this communication technology. So dati nakakatawag lang tayo through our cellphone na kinakausap natin na hindi natin nakikita, pero minsan dati nahihiya pa kami na magsalita, especially kung crush namin yung kausap namin. Kahit hindi ka nakikita, hiyang-hiya ka pa eh. Alam mo yon yung tipong kasi naririnig yung boses mo, naririnig yung sinasabi mo, yung ganun. Pero ngayon, mas nakakaya na ngayon kasi alam mo kung bakit. Kasi ngayon, pwede mo na makita face to face yung tao eh. Okay, through the social media platforms and the ano to, the development on those kind of technology. So pwede na tayo magkaroon ng video call. Okay, so nakakapag video call na tayo, nakikita na natin harap-harapan. So pwede na tayong mag kamukha ng ginagawa natin sa klase. Okay, so papasok kayo sa sa class ko na ang gamit nyo lang is the camera of your phone. So nakikita ko kung anong ginagawa ninyo, nakikita ko sino inaantok, nakikita ko kung sino yung masaya na dahil patapos na tayo. Charot. Okay. Ayan. So ganyan po ang nangyayari. Alright? So the internet is old by computing standards, having started 1969, but it only diffused on the large scale 20 years later. So after 1969, 20 years later, 1989, dun pa lang sumikat ng husto si ah si internet. Okay? Diyan na pumasok yung mga lumalabas na yung mga iba't ibang mga klaseng apps na nagagamit natin using the internet. Okay? So regulatory changes also and privatization in the 1990s. Okay? And then open source software and open protocols. Before ang nangyayari dyan, ano to, kamukha dati nagkaroon ng rule kasi sa mga internet shop. Okay? Before yung mga internet shop, isang software lang for the whole internet shop pwedeng gamitin eh. Pero there come a time na sinisita na sila kasi actually ang mga software na ginagamit noon are one is to one lang dapat. So doon na pumasok yung mga regulatory changes also. Okay? And also uh, it increases or it has a greater bandwidth in the telecommunications and switching capacity. Kaya nga ngayon mas maganda na ang takbo because dati DSL lang tayo, ngayon meron ng mga fiber. So if you're still on a DSL, magpalit na po tayo ng fiber para mas maganda ang connectivity natin. Ayun nga lang, syempre, you have to put out an increase in expenses. Yun lang ang nagiging problema. Pero still, nonetheless, okay pa rin kasi sulit naman. Kasi magagamit naman siya. Okay, diffusion of personal computers and local networks. So, nagkaroon na ng mga personal computers, user-friendly software programs that made it easy to upload, access, and communicate content. So, ngayon, na-upload na natin through the internet halos lahat ng mga software programs or yung mga applications. Okay, and then rapidly growing social demand for the networking of everything arising from both the needs of the business world and the public's desire to build its own communication network. So ngayon nagkakaroon na tayo ng chance to build our own communication network, okay? Through the social media platform, tama? Kasi tingnan nyo, 'di ba? Meron tayong nag nakakagawa na tayo ng mga group chats natin. Okay? So tayo sa subject natin, meron tayong sarili nating group chat. Okay? Para mas maganda or mas mabilis ang pag-inform or pag-relay ng mga information dun sa mga sa inyo, sa mga estudyante. Okay? And then, worldwide mobile revolution since the 1990s, there has been an explosion of increasing capacity of connectivity and bandwidth, okay, in successive generations of mobile phones. So yung mga mobile phones ngayon or yung connection natin ngayon, okay, nagkaroon na ng increased capacity of connectivity. Eh, dati sa isang Wi-Fi, dalawa, tatlo lang pwede. Or isa, dalawa lang yata ang pwede. Pero ngayon, pwede nang kumonek kahit ilan. So, yan ang nagagawa or yun yung nagagawa ng ah, yung development in the technology. Okay? Especially dun sa worldwide mobile revolution. Okay? In 1991, there were about 16 million wireless phone subscription in the world. Okay? So 1991 pa lang yan, 16 million na ang mga wireless phone subscription. Okay? So imagine niyo 'yun. Ang dami nang nag-subscribe or nagkaroon ng mga wireless phone no 1991. So what more ngayon? Okay? Alright, so imagine ninyo the world's or the ranking of the countries world by the number of mobile phones used. Number one would be China, which is in 1,610,000,000, 360,000. Ang dami. So, ang Philippines is already in number 12. Okay, so nasa number 12 na siya. Okay. So imagine mo, ang population na nakalagay dito sa Philippines is 94 million, okay, 13,200. Pero ang mobile phone, okay, na meron is 106,987, ay 106,987,098. So imagine niyo, yung iba kasi dala-dalawa pa yung cellphone eh. Tama? Okay, syempre para meron pang contact dun sa iba. Charot. Okay, dun sa number. May mga number yan eh. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Ayan. Oh. 'Di ba? Umamin kayo, wag ako. Charot. Okay. So yan. And then also in digital convergence in the 2000, we have witnessed increased technological convergence between the internet and wireless communication and multiple applications for communicating over wireless network. Okay, so nagkakaroon na ng mga wireless communication uh, since the start of the 2000. So dyan na nag-emerge yung mga cellphones na merong LCD, na meron ng mga mas advanced, okay, na features ng mga phones. Okay? So dati yung mga phone, mga pangkayod lang ng yelo. Hindi, charot lang. Okay, yung mga ganong kalalaki, okay, pero meron pa yung mga itsura sabon, okay. Pero ngayon, ano na, puro flat na lahat. Makikita mo, puro flat na lahat yung mga cellphones, and then puro LCD na ang ginagamit. So, yan. And then also, uh, that will end our first part. Okay, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Okay, so thank you very much for listening. Okay, so if you'll see this video in my YouTube channel, so please feel free to subscribe so you would see other mga discussions done. So thank you guys for listening. Stay safe and have a nice night.